Today, we're exploring best books for pivoting this business model. This is about reinventing your company, adapting faster, and learning how to thrive in constant change. There's a powerful idea behind this entire guide. The future belongs to businesses that can change before they must. That line sets the tone for everything you're about to hear. Pivoting isn't panic, it's foresight. It's awareness, it's leadership. If you want to go deeper after this video, there's a complete PDF guide available, mentioned right here in the deck. You can download the full PDF guide through the link in the description. And before we go further, if this kind of strategic thinking helps you, take a moment to subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications. That way you don't miss future breakdowns like this. Now let's move forward. Next, let's look at the roadmap for this video. We'll start by understanding why pivoting is no longer optional. Then we'll walk through 5 carefully selected books that move from clarity to action. And finally, we'll connect insight to execution, because ideas only matter when they lead to decisions. This isn't theory for theory's sake. It's a practical path from understanding change to responding to it intentionally. Shifting focus now to why this topic matters. Markets don't shift slowly anymore. They move faster than most plans can keep up with. Many business models don't fail loudly at first. They age quietly, losing relevance bit by bit until one day the gap becomes impossible to ignore. This is why pivoting isn't about growth first, it's about survival first. If you recognize this early, you gain options. If you recognize it late, your options disappear. Now let's talk about why books beat short advice. Quick tips and hacks might feel useful, but they rarely give you structure. Books give you frameworks instead of fragments. They help you recognize patterns across industries, not just isolated tactics. And most importantly, they slow you down just enough to think, test, and reflect. Books create the mental space where strategy can finally catch up with speed. Now we move into the first book, The Lean Startup by Eric Ries, rated 4.5 stars, and published in 2011. At its core, this book is about turning uncertainty into measurable learning. Ries introduces the build, measure, learn feedback loop, a system designed to shorten the distance between an idea and real-world evidence. Instead of betting everything on assumptions, the focus shifts to MVPs, minimum viable products, that test what actually matters. The pivot becomes a response to data, not emotion. As Ries says, the only way to win is to learn faster than anyone else. This book challenges you to notice what your experiments are really telling you and to give yourself permission to change direction when the learning demands it. You can grab the book through the link in the description. Next, we explore Business Model Generation by Alexander Osterwalder and Yves Pigneur, rated 4.6 stars and published in 2010. This book helps you see your entire business on a single page. The business model canvas brings clarity by breaking a company into visual components: value propositions, customers, channels, and revenue streams. Instead of debating ideas abstractly, teams can experiment visually. This makes pivoting collaborative, not chaotic. One of the most striking ideas from the book is that business models expire like yogurt. The canvas becomes a living document, not a fixed plan. It invites you to continuously question what still works and what needs redesigning. You'll find the link in the description. Now we shift to Blue Ocean Strategy by W. Chan Kim and Renee Moborn, rated 4.6 stars and published in 2005. This book reframes pivoting as market creation, not competition. Instead of fighting over existing demand, it encourages value innovation, creating new demand where competition becomes irrelevant. It looks beyond current customers and examines non-customer demand. The Eliminate, Reduce, Raise, Create grid offers a structured way to redesign value. The central message is simple but powerful. Stop trying to beat the competition. This perspective helps you question whether your pivot is about doing better or about doing differently. You can grab the book through the link in the description. Next is The Innovator's Dilemma by Clayton Christensen, rated 4.4 stars and originally published in 1997. This book explains why great companies fail, not because they're poorly managed, but because they listen too closely to existing customers. Christensen distinguishes between sustaining innovation and disruptive innovation. Disruption often starts at the low end, where established players aren't paying attention. The book emphasizes the importance of autonomous experiments, spaces where new ideas can grow without being constrained by the core business. As the quote reminds us, disruption changes the basis of competition. This book asks leaders to reflect on what they may be unintentionally ignoring. The link to the book is in the description. Now we arrive at Pivot to the Future by Omar Abosh, Paul Nunes, and Larry Downs, rated 4.5 stars and published in 2019. This book focuses on reinvention without abandonment. It introduces the idea of unlocking trapped value, assets and capabilities already inside your organization. The dual transformation strategy allows businesses to protect what works while building what's next. Rather than one dramatic shift, pivoting becomes continuous reinvention. As the quote says, "The future belongs to those who pivot wisely." This book reframes pivoting as a disciplined capability, not a one-time event. You'll find the book link in the description. Now let's step back and look at the cross-book themes. Across all 5 books, uncertainty is treated as a signal, not a threat. Customers consistently reveal the pivot path through behavior, not opinions. And perhaps most importantly, business models must evolve before markets force them to. These books don't contradict each other. They reinforce a shared mindset: awareness first, action second. Next, we move into actionable takeaways. Start by auditing assumptions quarterly. Don't wait for performance to collapse. Test before scaling. Evidence should earn growth, and design multiple futures. Flexibility is a strategic asset, not a weakness. These are not dramatic moves. They are repeatable disciplines. Now, from insight to action, commit to 1 experiment per book. Choose 1 metric that truly matters, and make 1 clear decision within the next 30 days. Momentum comes from decisions, not from consuming more information. Now we reach the reflection and challenge. What part of your business model is weakest right now? What are customers quietly rejecting, even if they're not complaining? And what would you build if you were starting today? These questions are meant to be written, not just thought about. Complete these reflections with guided space in the PDF workbook linked in the description. Next, let's clarify who these books are for. They're for founders navigating uncertainty, for managers redesigning growth engines, and for executives facing disruption. No matter where you sit, the principles apply when change becomes unavoidable. Finally, let's close with the core idea. Pivoting is not failure. It is strategic listening. Those who adapt early control the outcome. If this guide helped clarify your thinking, download the complete PDF guide using the link in the description. And if you found value here, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and turn on notifications so you stay ahead of what's coming next.